field. There it goes. See ya.
This is SportsCenter.
Keep it right here for extended highlights and analysis live from San Antonio immediately following Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Tennis, the world's #1 player taking on his #1 nemesis on his #1 bad surface. Don't miss a dominating three-peat in Paris. The Major League leader in uncatchable fly balls pads his already gaudy home run numbers with not one but 2 dingers. And how did a one-time NBA champion save a certain Mr. Spock from certain death? Find out. SportsCenter.
It's out of here! David Wright homers for the 4th consecutive game.
David Wright whacked another one. Worried about who is going to get whacked in a gruesome Sunday night hype television extravaganza. Who knew the focus would be on the Cavaliers? SportsCenter here, Rece Davis and John Anderson with you.
Actually, it seems plenty of people had an inkling that it was going to be the Cavaliers. Spurs living up to their heavy favorite hype in the first 2 games of the NBA Finals. We go down to San Antonio. Spurs 8-2 all-time on their home floor in the NBA Finals. Do I hear 9? LeBron James trying to rebound from a terrible Game 1. And the Cavs as a whole Sunday, not a good rebounding team. Early on, tied at 2, so very early. There would be no shutout, however. Tim Duncan scores over LeBron James. James called for the foul. Spurs up 3 after the free throw. Then shortly thereafter, Duncan stripped by LeBron as he goes by. And they whistle number 23 with another one. 2 fouls in the first 2:55 of the game. LeBron would sit the rest of the quarter. So without LeBron, well, that's basically 5-on-4 basketball. Some would say even less than that. 8:30 left in the first. Cavs down 3. Sasha Pavlovich, bad pass. Michael Finley, the loose ball. Eventually go to the other end with Tony Parker blocked by Drew Gooden, but stays with it. Spurs up 6 after the free throw. Parker 16 points in the first period. Later in the first, Brent Barry. You know, if you get tired of watching him, go ahead and guard him. 12-0 run by the Spurs. They led 28-13. Second quarter, they didn't go to the running clock. Should have. Spurs up 18. Timmy! Spurs led 58-33 at the half. Currently, the score, it is a 90-70. 89-70, so the Spurs are about to add 1. 10 minutes left in this thing. King James, a better game. He has 20 points, but again, no match for the triumvirate of Parker, Ginobili, Duncan. Just doing the quick math there. They have 68. James would have to go some to outscore them. We will, of course, give you complete highlights, analysis, all the coverage you need from San Antonio as soon as they finish up.
Pirates and Yankees one day after Roger Clemens' season debut. Yankees see another familiar face, but it's not that one. Tony Pena made a deal with the players. They won 4 straight. He would shave the mustache he had since 1987. Yanks already up 1-0 when Hideki Matsui took one to the gap. A-Rod is going to come all the way around and run through Ryan Doman. He's safe at home. A-Rod coming strong, not just yelling, ha! This time lowering his shoulder, making sure he's able to get in safely. Sean Chacon, another familiar face for the Yankees, now pitching for the Pirates. Dismayed, 3-0 Yanks. 4th inning, Yankees now down 6-5, and there's A-Rod establishing contact with the server. 23 for him. Yankees have an 8-5 lead. Masumi Kawada making his Major League debut. He was a former teammate of Hideki Matsui in Japan. He is now facing A-Rod, and he is greeted rudely. A-Rod with his 24th. He drove in 5 on the day. He'll be called out. Take a curtain call. They like him now.
Love him.
At least for a while.
Popular Yankee ever.
He's a true Yankee now. Yankees have an 11-6 lead. Bobby Abreu with men on the corners. He had a huge day. 4 for 4, drove in 3. Yankees win it by a count of 13-6. They've won 6 in a row, and those 3, 4, 5 hitters went 8 for 11 with 4 walks in the game. And the rules say that you have to have 9 guys hit, but Abreu and Rodriguez did most of the damage for the Yankees on Sunday. 3 and 4 hitters, more runs, RBIs, and total bases than the entire Pittsburgh lineup.
Mets, Tigers, and fans flocking to this game at Comerica Park. There you see him. I believe that's an ostrich. Top 1, 2 on David Wright. Free swinging. 2 men on. Everybody gets to run home. Wright's 4th consecutive game with a home run. 12th of the year, and the Mets go up 3-0. That's good cushion for Tom Glavine, right? Well, he can't hold on to it. As you see there, more of the Birds. Bottom one, Jose Reyes making some friends. Gary Sheffield, solo shot, making a lot of friends. His 17th homer of the season. Tom Glavine, he's not so happy. The Iron Chef, 4 for 5 on the day. The whole place looked like an aviary. Look at that. Just tweet, tweet, tweet. A lot of breadcrumbs or something. Tigers down 3-2. Pudge Rodriguez, a laser through the Birds. Carlos Guillen, Fausto Polanco. They'll score. Triple for Pudge. Tigers take a 4-3 lead. Glavine allowed 9, tying a career worst. Top 6. Mets down 10-3. Jason Grilli, look at this. He's about to pitch, and there he comes. Whip.
Good
No,
thing
dude.
Randy Johnson was
He's like,
there.
yeah. I thought Mark Fidrich was pitching. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong game. I'm getting out of here. Well, finally, next pitch, Grilli. There he is. He's going to wing that thing up there, but Carlos Gomez is going to rope it out of the park. 3-run shot. Everything was flying out of the park. Greg Monroe can't make the grab. Gomez's first career homer. Mets down 10-6. Home half, same score. Look out, Birds. Omar Infante base hit. Look at that. They're running. They're just not running so far away. Finally in the 7th, let's bring in Tim Burdick. That's going to help, right? Or at least somebody that knows how to talk to these people. Ben Johnson strikes out swinging. Look at that. We got our guy. We're good now. Burdick, Carlos Gomez. Back-to-back Ks for Burdick. Tigers win 15-7. Birds certainly enjoy the outing. Sadly, Tippy Hedren not pictured.
Rafael Nadal foils Roger Federer the way Judge Michael Sauer vexes Paris Hilton. Just when Federer has a shot at circumventing Nadal's clay jurisdiction, the Spaniard slaps him back in lockdown. Since the start of 2005, Federer is 4-6 against Nadal and 199-6 against everybody else. In his last 7 Grand Slam tournaments, Federer 54-0 against everyone not named Nadal and 0-1 against Nadal. The one, the French Open, which also happens to be the lone Grand Slam trophy missing from Federer's trophy case. They met for the 2nd straight year in the finals at Roland Garros. A lot of energy from Rafael Nadal. He has won 20 straight at the French Open, undefeated, 20-0, and looking for his 3rd consecutive title. Federer, meanwhile, had won 27 consecutive Grand Slam matches. First set, Federer up 3-2. Multiple chances to break Nadal, but had all kinds of errors with his big forehand shot. One goes wide, one into the net, and another one would find the cords as well. Federer had 29 forehand errors and had a backhand one there to boot, and he was 0 for 10 on break point chances in the first set. Still in the first, Nadal with a chance to break at set point. He is a master on the clay. Winner up the line, takes the first set 6-3. Nadal, by the way, converted both of his break chances in the set. Second set, Federer serving up a break 5-4, swinging forehand volley, and then closes one down. He takes the second set 6-4 to even the match. But in the third set, Federer down a break at 3-1, and yet again dumps another forehand into the net. 60 unforced errors in the match. Later in that game, Nadal is on the run. Stretch out with that passing backhand cross-court shot, sliding beautifully and putting it out of Federer's reach. He takes the third 6-3. Fourth set now, tied at 1. Federer thinks he catches Nadal deep, tries the drop shot. That's a tactical error. Flicks the little winner. It's almost impossible to drop with great foot speed, perfect slide. Nadal now serving 5-4 championship point. And Rafael Nadal would join Bjorn Borg by winning his 3rd straight French Open. 6-3, 4-6, 6-3, and 6-4. Nadal was able to save 16 of the 17 break points he faced, and going 10 for 10 in the first set. And Federer's total of unforced errors is 60 that I mentioned, more than doubling that of Nadal. Nadal didn't err very often, and he doesn't at Roland Garros. Now 21-0 in Paris. He joins Borg by winning 3 straight at the French.
Well, the court is a little bit different, so there is a little bit more slow. The ball is not getting a lot of top spin. Here is a little bit more favorable for me, but when I am losing the second set, the match was very close. Anything can happen, but in the end I can start very well the third set, so that's very, very important for my confidence.
All right, so Nadal and Borg both winning 3 straight French Open titles, but what does that mean in context of the larger Grand Slam? Well, Nadal, 13 Grand Slam opportunities, he's won 3, makes him one of the fastest men's players to reach 3 Grand Slam titles. The difference, McEnroe, Connors, both of those guys won at different tournaments, not just at one, as Nadal has done.
Still ahead. Sunday in Arizona. Daisuke Matsuzaka taking on Randy Johnson. Both men doing what they're supposed to do on the mound, but not so much at the plate. Remember when Randy was going to be the world's greatest hitter? And nobody finished Sunday's Nexto Cup race due to foul weather, but that doesn't mean we do not have a winner. Up next, how to drive fast in the rain.
Taste this new Frosty Float. There's a chance you'll win a Wii.
No, I don't want anything. You caught me. I'm at the game.
It's wrong to miss out on the new smooth and creamy Frosty Float. Get one at Wendy's and there's a chance you'll win one of thousands of Wii prizes.
That's right.
Here's to the light beer that wins award after award, year after year. The original and still the greatest, Miller Lite. Good call.
Get ready. Nice bike. To ride.
I'm the only one who can walk in North World.
You're freaking me out.
I'm Ghost Rider.
On high-def Blu-ray and DVD, June 12th. SportsCenter, brought to you by Wendy's. Try the new smooth and creamy Frosty Float. That's right. And Miller Lite. For award-winning taste, there's no debate. Miller Lite. Good call.
Vroom, vroom. NASCAR Nextel Cup Series at Pocono and surprise. Not bad weather delaying the waving of the green flag. Second straight week. 5th time this season there's been weather problems. Before the race gets started, the field paused for a moment of prayer to honor Bill France Jr., the man who made NASCAR into an empire. He passed away last Monday. Finally, after a 3-hour delay, the race begins. Lap 48 transition. Robbie Gordon will have to transition to the pits and get a new tire. He's blown that one out. Yellow caution comes out. Remember that for later in the race. After the visit to Luigi's Casa della Tire for new rubber, we go on. Jeff Gordon takes the lead off the restart. Gordon, knowing rain could be imminent, decides to pit under a green flag. Interesting strategy there for the 24 car. That would allow Ryan Newman to take the lead. He's the pole sitter and last week's second-place finisher. Lap 90, Jimmy Johnson, blown front tire. He's Gordon's teammate. Sparks flying. However, unlike the Robbie Gordon blown tire, caution flag this time not coming out with rain threatening. NASCAR wants to make sure they get 101 laps in to make the race official. Need to get more than half in there. There you see the Lowe's car. That's not going to be good. Johnson's going to finish 42nd. One driver who didn't pit, Carl Edwards, takes over the lead. Busch winner Saturday in Nashville. Off you go. Someone else who didn't pit, Jeff Gordon on the track. He's second. Lap 98, Edwards finally has to get some gas, a soda, some cheesy poofs. He comes in. His gamble does not pay off. Gordon retakes the lead, apparently getting much better gas mileage. We go to lap 101. We are now all official at 6:51 Eastern. Gordon, eye on the clock, eye on the clouds, eye on the lap counter. Lap 104, 3 minutes later. Rain in the area. Gordon, Newman battling for position. Newman tries to pass Gordon. Gordon holds him off as the yellow caution flag comes out. The rain's about to come down. We take another look. Gordon, Newman battling. Newman clearly sees the yellow, gets out of the throttle, backs off. Newman's wife, Chrissy, realizes as well that Gordon held the lead, and, well, the rain's going to come, and we're going to be second again. All right, everybody, umbrellas. Cars pitted under the red flag. 30 minutes later, the race is called, and Gordo has his 4th win of the year. I think he's still dating Kenny Mayne. Gordon's 4th win at Long Pond, but his first since 1998, so the rain ends Gordon's drought there as well. Ryan Newman, second. Should really start trying less in the qualifying part. 8th straight time he has started first, failed to win. 4 times this season. 10th win in the last 12 races for Hendrick drivers. Wendy Nix provides our State Farm road coverage from the Poconos.
Not my fault, it's Mother Nature. No one was happier when the rain came at Pocono than Jeff Gordon. Team 24 bet the house on Mother Nature and won.
Yeah, we just got lucky. That's all I have to
do, but we had good enough car to hold off until the rain came, and that's what matters.
You never want to see a race shortened by rain. You want to see it go the distance, but, you know, we can't always control Mother Nature, and today is a perfect case of that. So we had to play the Mother Nature pit strategy. In what could have been a costly decision, crew chief Steve Letarte chose not to pit under the previous caution and did so under green on lap 83. It ultimately paid off in the race against the rain.
We decided to race for the rain. It's never really worked out for us in the past, but either way, we ended up getting track position out of it, and just got lucky that darkness was coming and it rained that one more time.
You just had to put yourself in the right position. They did, luckily they did. It was a gamble on their part, but it worked out for them.
Everybody had the same opportunity as we had to make that same call, and we made it, and a couple other guys made it, and it worked in their favor. Obviously, it worked in our favor.
No one understands what could have happened better than the guy who finished directly behind Gordon. Ryan Newman played it safe and ran out of time. Another 6 to 8 laps, he said, and we would have had him hands down. In Pocono, Wendy Nix, ESPN.
Well, Jeff Gordon's win obviously keeps him atop the Nextel Cup standings. At 90 points to his lead over second place, Jimmy Johnson, as we said, 42nd place finish. That cost him in the points race for sure. He drops to the 4th spot at Kenseth. Moves to 2nd. Ryan Newman, 2nd place finish at Pocono, then moves him up 2 spots to 13th. He's just 22 points behind the 12th and cutoff position.
Road coverage. Driven by State Farm. Great service, great rates. It's all here. Nobody takes care of you like State Farm.
Red Sox and Diamondbacks, big unit, going against Boston, top of the 2nd. Daisuke Matsusaka, much anticipated hitting matchup against Randy Johnson. Terry Francona, asking Daisuke about hitting, said, I asked him if he wanted to hit cleanup, and he said, Randy Johnson, no. But here's his first at bat, perhaps a tad awkward. Daisuke a little amused, but he didn't go all John Kruk on him or anything. Gave it a swing hard, finish high. Went down. Johnson facing Jason Varitek. Caught in the observatory. 7th strikeout of the game. 46-12 for his career. Passes the Rocket Roger Clemens for 2nd. Most strikeouts all time. Daisuke gets another try at bat, and he's striking out again. Can't touch the unit. Bottom of the 4th, Daisuke trying to exact a little revenge, returning the favor and fanning Johnson. Daisuke, though, left after 6, give up 2 earned, struck out 9. Bottom of the 6th, Carlos Quentin knocks one over there. Connor Jackson would score. Diamondbacks go on to win it 5-1.
Mariners, Padres, Felix Hernandez, Chris Young. Nice pitching matchup. Marines, as always, right up there to the upper deck, the Euchre seats. You can sit. Top 7, Mariners down 3-1, 2 on, 2 out. Chris Young hits Ben Broussard, the pinch hitter. Bases are loaded. Ichiro Suzuki, base hit to center. Ain't that always the way it happens? Richie Sexton will score, and then Jamie Burke, who tied a career best with 3 hits, just gets inside. Hand on the plate, accurately called by Rick Reed. We are tied at 3. Top 9, runner on 3rd. Trevor Hoffman pitching. 3-3. Jose Lopez puts it in play. Out of 2nd. Run will score. Mariners up 4-3. Take another look, because this is just fighting off the pitch. Get your hands inside it. Just get enough wood on it to get somebody running. Mariners going to come back, win this thing by a count of 4-3. So the M's complete a series sweep, but they just sneaked by in all 3 games. Seattle won each game by a single run and got the winning runs late. Twice in the 9th, once in the 11th. The Padres, normally good starting pitching, had an ERA of 5.6 in the series.
Dodgers have been struggling taking on the Blue Jays. Jason Schmidt on the mound for L.A. First batter of the game, Alex Rios. Juan Pierre, a lot of speed, but needed one more step or another foot on his dive. Next batter is Matt Stairs. Stairs is going to scorch one into the corner. Just like that, Toronto takes a 1-0 lead. Second inning, now tied at 2. Roy Halladay at the plate. Oh, Halladay! He had 2 hits on the day. He's batting .500 for the season because it's interleague. He's 2 for 4. Jays take a 3-2 lead. Top 5, now 5-2 Jays. Troy Gloss at the plate. Troy Gloss. First of a pair yard jobs for Gloss. Numbers 9 and 10 on the season. Blue Jays beat up on the Dodgers 11-5. LA has dropped 5 of 6.
Well, straight ahead, hear why the former head coach of Duke's men's lacrosse team says his life became a living hell following last year's rape allegations against 3 of his players. Also ahead, Game 2 of the NBA Finals, making games 5, 6, and 7 look awfully unnecessary. Spurs' big lead, bigger than the Cavs' big comeback.
Washington versus New York, this Tuesday at 7 on ESPN 2.
Honey, I think this might be our lucky day.
I think it might be.
I think this is what we've been waiting for.
I think it is. Yes! It turned blue!
Introducing the Coors Light Cold Activated Bottle. The mountains turn from white to blue when your beer reaches the perfect temperature.
It's blue like your eyes.
My eyes are green.
Only from Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Will Tiger, Phil, or one of the world's elite rise to the challenge and win America's championship? The U.S. Open. First round coverage begins Thursday at 10 a.m. on ESPN.
As children, our parents taught us to be fair and play by the rules. But as adults, this doesn't always happen, especially in the local construction industry where some contractors may not have listened to their parents and use extraordinary and sometimes illegal ways to gain an unfair competitive advantage on construction projects. It's not fair. That's why we're here. We're the Indiana, Illinois, and Iowa Foundation for Fair Contracting, keeping it fair for taxpayers, workers, and contractors. The IIIFFC, keeping unfair contractors on a short leash.
Great Father's Day gifts available at Menards. This 30-gallon air compressor from Coleman delivers the most power to run the most pneumatic tools. It features an oilless pump, durable induction motor, and an industry-leading 155 PSI max pressure. Just $249 after rebate. All Clark welders are on sale. This wire-feed welder features multiple power settings and operates from standard 120-volt circuit, only $189. And if you can't decide what to get, give him a Menards gift card.
Save big money at Menards.
Angels Cardinals, this series of extreme interest in Anaheim, St. Louis, and Vatican City. Albert Pujols, 4 homers in his last 6 games, a hot bat, and the Angels, beware the hot bat. Get out. Pujols ties the game at 3 in his 14th of the year. And you know, sometimes you just know, right? Look at Weaver. Throw, hit, head down. Yeah, that's a bummer. Oops. And with that, we have stiffness in the back. Trainer comes out, gives him a look, and after the third, Mike Socha says, son, you're the future. We're not going to hurt you here. So he's out after 3 innings, allowing 3 runs. So Taguchi then grounds out. Orlando Cabrera wants to turn 2. You'll get nothing and like it. David Eckstein safe. So Taguchi is well at first. No chance. Next batter, Albert Pujols, crushing another one. This off Chris Buchek. Second of the game. Let's see, add 14. That makes 15. Carr's going to win at 9-6. Tips his hat to the St. Louis crowd. Eckstein, 1,000 career hits now on a 3-for-4 day. Well, there's really no rhyme or reason, but Albert Pujols has been absolutely unstoppable on Sundays. He has hit 8 of his 15 home runs this season on Sunday, including all 3 of his multi-homer games. He's batting .390. He's just .279 during the other 6 days of the week. So the book on Albert apparently is the good book.
Giants and A's. Giants never been swept in consecutive 3-game series at AT&T. Bottom of the 4th, no score there is Barry. Fly ball into shallow left. Travis Buck. Kids call that sick, but he does injure his right thumb on the play. Had to leave the game. Top of the 8th, still no score. Marco Scutaro. He's bona fide. 3rd of the year. A's take a 1-0 lead. Bottom of the 9th, Giants down 2-0 after a Shannon Stewart RBI double, and Barry, high fly ball, it's caught by Scutaro. That's 2 outs, and then Benji Molina. Bobby Crosby, diving stop. Oakland wins 2-0. They sweep the series. Oakland has now won 8 out of 9. Giants get shut out in back-to-back games for the first time since 1996. As for Mr. Bonds, still with 746 career home runs, 9 shy of tying Hank Aaron, 10 short of becoming the all-time leader. What he has coming up in interleague play continuing, Bonds and the Giants hosting the Jays in a 3-game series beginning Monday in San Francisco. Barry has faced one of Toronto's probable starters in the series, A.J. Burnett, against whom he has homered once. As he often does, Bonds will likely not start Wednesday's series finale since it is a day game.
Indians, Reds. You know, it only takes one, but occasionally that one can be a long time coming. CC Sabathia trying to get to 10 wins. Bottom 7, Jeff Conine strikes out. Sabathia is strong. 6 Ks, 3 hits, and 9 innings pitched in the 8th with no score. Sabathia at the plate. Look at that. 11 hits in interleague play. That's most among active AL pitchers. Second hit of the game. A couple 3 batters later, Victor Martinez is up. Sabathia is on second. Okay, pitch gets away from David Ross. Sabathia, though, doesn't advance. He's still there on second. Later in the at-bat, Martinez, he will single. Sabathia going to be held at third. Now, the Indians might have scored if they pinch run for Sabathia, or if Sabathia got to move on. Don't know what was going on with Carson Charles, because he would not score. Next batter, Ryan Garco, strikes out swinging. So we're fired up and scoreless after 9. Top 12, Franklin Gutierrez up. Jason Michaels on third, fly to center. Josh Hamilton. Josh Hamilton's got it, and he's ready to throw. There's a P. Michaels tags. Michaels out. Take another look. The passive, non-argumentative Marvin Hudson says, Hamilton, you're out easily. Scoreless heading to the bottom of the 12th. Alex Gonzalez now at the dish. Runners on first and second. Big spot. Singles up the middle. Chad Moeller rounds third. Yeah, don't need a throw here, at least not one that's going to count. Reds win 1-0. Marcus McBeth gets the win.
Phillies and Royals. Phils hope to win the series, but it was as if the Royals were told, thou shalt bestir thyself and go out to smite the host of the Philistines. Aaron Rowan ground to the left side, and Tony Pena Jr. came up with a strong throw. Bottom 3 tied at 2, Mark Grudzielanek. His 4th of the season. Royals take a 4-2 lead, and Jamie Moyer digging in, but didn't make it out of the 4th. Bottom of the 6th, it's a 6-5 game. Bases loaded, Grudzielanek. Grudzielanek went 3 for 5, drove in 5, and said hopefully this can trigger a groove thing. Kansas City with that lead and pushed it up to 9-5. Jose Mesa on in relief. John Buck would score 17-5. The Royals beat up on the Phils.
This week, many of the principals in the Duke Lacrosse rape case will return to the courtroom, but with the roles fully reversed. Durham County District Attorney Mike Nifong will stand trial beginning Tuesday on ethics charges and faces possible disbarment for how he handled the case. 2 of the 3 players accused and eventually cleared, Reed Seligman and Colin Finnerty, are expected to attend those hearings. Also Tuesday, a new book by former Blue Devils coach Mike Pressler goes on sale, detailing his experiences through the year-long ordeal that cost him his job and his team a season. Mike Pressler with George Smith in our Sunday conversation.
How did you break the news to your team?
You know, they're intelligent guys, and they knew something was up when I walked in there. And I can remember it like it was yesterday. I said, gentlemen, our darkest hour has arrived. This season has been canceled, and I have to resign effective immediately as the lacrosse coach here at Duke. And then I remember before I could say anything else, you know, mass hysteria broke out in the room. Guys were very upset, very emotional.
What was the public's reaction to you?
It was very difficult during that time. You know, the signs in my yard, which are well documented, people just, you know, prejudged me. The threats, the daily threats to our family, to myself. You know, the phone messages were horrific. The email, you know, just threatening what they would do to me, the players, you know, all of that. I mean, that, and it didn't make you think that Durham was a nice place.
What was life like for you then compared to now?
Then it was just it was a living hell. It was just that's how I would describe it. You know, I would not wish this on anybody.
The day of the NCAA title game, take us to the stands. What was it like for you to watch that game?
I'm pulling so hard for them. And at 10-4 at half, you know, Duke is down. I said, this thing is far from over. And sure enough, they came storming back, and just ran out of time. And I remember when the clock hit 0 and Johns Hopkins, was victorious. I just turned around, put my head down, and said, "It's over. It's over. It's finally behind us." Disappointed that they didn't win. I was hoping to go into the locker room and celebrate that national championship for them and with them, but it was over, and time to move on.
Describe your emotions that day.
It was 15 months of unbelievable emotion. Sadness, closure, hysteria. I haven't cried like that in a long, long time. And just to see all those guys and have a long hug and some private words with so many of them.
What should Duke University do to make this right in your mind?
I go back to the fact that, we're educators here. And part of being an educator is admitting when you're wrong. And I think it's very clear for all of us, that Duke can go a long way in moving on and making this right by just saying they're sorry and that they made a mistake. That would go a long way for the 3 indicted boys, the 3 sets of indicted parents, all the players, all the parents, and the former head coach as well.
Earlier this week, Duke's Vice President of Public Affairs told the Associated Press, quote, "Unfortunately, last spring it was essential for the team to have a change of leadership in order to move forward." He then noted that the school and Coach Pressler had reached an amicable and fair financial settlement a few months ago. Pressler is now lacrosse coach at Bryant University in Rhode Island.
Sunday Conversation, brought to you by Subaru. Safety of all-wheel drive standard. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Straight ahead on SportsCenter, following Saturday's plunking of Alfonso Soriano, Sunday the Cubs fight back, which cooler head would prevail in Atlanta. Coming right up, a milestone victory at Sunday's Grand Prix of Canada, but not before a frightening crash. Plenty of details coming up on that as well. And also up next, Ozzy Osbourne rocks SportsCenter. Actually, Ozzy rocks our ultimate highlight. No bats were harmed in the making of the ultimate highlight.
I'm here with Dave Straub, MVP of the Carver Middle School Spring Recital. How'd you pull it off, Dave?
Well, it was a balancing act. I had to constantly check the Miami score, plus watch Dallas highlights, all while fulfilling my duties as a dad.
Was experience a factor?
Oh, absolutely. We've been to 2 ballets this year. You really learn from that kind of boredom.
All right. From Carver Middle School, back to you in the studio.
Be an ESPN MVP, only with VCast. Live Gamecast, exclusive commentary, fantasy management, and more with ESPN MVP, exclusively from Verizon Wireless.
Smell like a sound, I'm lost in a crowd, and I'm hungry like the wolf.
Ahoy.
Wait a minute. This feels all wrong. Just because they're doing it doesn't mean I have to. Why eat a hamburger made from frozen beef? It'll be all dry instead of fresh and juicy. Frozen hamburger? This is ridiculous.
I deserve a hot, juicy burger. That's right, you heard me. I deserve a hot, juicy burger. And not because I can tear a phone book with my bare hands, no. I deserve a hot, juicy burger because I have a mouth, and it wants one. So do you. And so do you! Hot, juicy burger! Hot, juicy burger! Hot, juicy burger! Hot, juicy burger! That's right!
At Dick's Sporting Goods, we've got more gifts for Dad than you can swing a club at.
Like the tailor-made R7 Super Quad driver.
Adidas golf shoes.
And new styles of Columbia polos.
We also have a great selection of fishing gifts.
Plus Coleman camping gear.
And Merrill hikers.
For the active dad, we have Asics running shoes.
And new apparel from Nike.
Adidas and Under Armour.
Treadmills and ellipticals by Horizon.
If you're not sure what to get Dad, you can pick up a Father's Day gift card.
Every Father's Day season starts at Dick's Sporting Goods.
We'll sing aloud, remain true friends, we'll sing aloud until the end.
We could have put strange things in our beer, but we didn't. Beck's, choosing to use only 4 all-natural ingredients for over 125 years.
There's a time for us to let go. There's a time for holding on.
ESPN Deportes Update, brought to you by the U.S. Army.
A 14 beatdown on the Spurs in the fourth quarter, almost quite enough, but not quite enough. One of the big reasons, one of the big keys for the San Antonio Spurs, a man who has ice on his knee right now. Stephen A. Smith, well-deserved ice on his knee, huh?
Absolutely, no question about it. They say that you're old, but you didn't look old tonight. Played about 26.5 minutes, had 5 points, 5 block shots. You guys looked like you were going to blow them out of the building after the first 3 quarters. It certainly appeared that way with you guys being up 29. How were you guys able to dominate them for the first 3 quarters the way that you did?
I think the fact that we packed it in defensively, and we wouldn't let them get to the rack, and we were just trying to contest all these shots. And they got great shooters, but the thing about we was watching the Detroit series, the guys weren't getting out there contesting the shots. So we said, pack it in, get out and contest shots, and the percentages might go down.
So when you talk about contesting shots, who specifically are you talking about, LeBron or everybody? I mean,
everybody, because LeBron is going to do his thing, but you still got to get out there because he find guys so easy on the pass, and you got to get out there and contest their shots.
Is it getting to a point where you guys are actually looking at it and saying to yourselves, maybe this is easier than we thought? I know that's almost sacrilegious, but it certainly appeared that way after the first 3 quarters before they came back with a 30-14 run in the fourth quarter.
No, we don't look at it like that. LeBron got in foul trouble in the first quarter, so it was a lot of different aspects that came into us getting that lead. You know, we made some shots, and then they didn't make shots, and we got a run. So we don't look at it like that. They're a very good ball club. They're the winners of the East, and we respect them.
Considering that, what was Popovich saying to you guys when they made that run and they came back and pulled it to within 8 with a little over 5 minutes left?
He said, just keep hammering. You know, they're going to make shots, and we weren't making shots. Just keep doing what we do, and everything will work out for the best.
You're a guy that's won 6 world championships, up 2-0 right now. What does this feel like right now, being up 2-0? What does it say to you about this team right now?
That we handled our business at home, what we were supposed to do. Now we got to go into the enemy's den, go in there and bunker down and try to come in there and just play hard and do what we need to do to try to get as many wins as possible.
You've won some big games on the road in your career. How tough do you expect it to be to go to Cleveland in Game 3?
It's probably going to be the toughest. You know, when a team has their first chance of tasting a championship, the crowd comes out incredibly loud, and so we just got to stand in there. And Cleveland's going home, so we're going to have that extra energy. We got to withstand their runs and just hang in there and just take as many punches as we can and just fight as hard as we can.
Obviously, everybody's assuming that if you're talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers, you obviously got to focus on LeBron James. He's going to be a different player than he was in San Antonio in games 1 and 2. How specifically do you expect LeBron James to be different?
I expect him to be aggressive. He started the game being aggressive, attacking our bigs when we tried to hedge the pick and roll. So I expect him to come out even more aggressive, try to attack, get to the rack, and when we do close in, find open guys.
Any explanation at all as to how Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker have been able to combine for about 145 points in the first 2 games of this series? Any explanation you want to give to America out there?
They're the big 3. That's all you can say. They do their thing, and they're so crafty. You got Tony with his speed, you got Manu with his craftiness, and you got Tim with just being plain solid.
Are you smelling the champagne just yet?
Not yet.
All
not
right.
yet.
Y'all heard him, Robert Horry. He would know. Back up to you, Stu.
Thanks a lot. Guys, tell the truth. What were you thinking after the third quarter?
I hope it doesn't get to 50.
Wilbon, did you think it was over?
Yes, and it was over. I mean, it's a cosmetic comeback, Stuart. I mean, there's nothing there. There was some nice drama, only relatively speaking, because there had been no drama, not in Game 1 until very late, when the Spurs, they don't go into a funk like we saw the Pistons do at times in the postseason, where they just seem to turn it off. The Spurs don't do that, but human nature says you relax a little bit, and so Cleveland got themselves together. LeBron was able to find some guys, hit some threes, and you know what it meant? Nothing, because they're so far down. That's why you build a big lead in the first place, so that you can withstand a cushion from another professional team in the finals coming back. But I didn't sense that much drama at all when it only gets to 8. LeBron had a chance to get it to 6, missed a layup in some traffic, and it was never close again.
Well, you know what this means, guys? The San Antonio Spurs got a wake-up call. 59 second-half points. Greg Popovich, he's not going to forget about that. He wants to play the game the right way for 48. That could have been the worst thing that the Cleveland Cavaliers did.
The Spurs were trying to go 9-2 at home all time in the NBA Finals. Game 2 from San Antonio. The Spurs trying to do work on their own home court. Here we go. There's LeBron trying to rebound from a rough game 1. Early on, Tony Parker right through Larry Hughes' legs to Tim Duncan. Timmy with 9 for 16. Wilbon, how they going to work the okie doke on on Larry Hughes like that?
That's pretty bad. I mean, Larry Hughes, he didn't have a good game offensively or defensively, and I was thinking he would going into this game, Stuart, and that's why I thought Cleveland would win. But Larry's got to be hurting more so than he's letting on. And finally, they're going to have to get Gibson in the game. If Larry Hughes is not the Larry Hughes we saw in the first series this year when he averaged 19 points a game against the Wizards.
LeBron 2 fouls in the first 2:55 of the game. He had to sit down. 8:30 to go in the first. Sacha Pavlovich, bad pass. Michael Finley comes up with the loose rock. He's going for his first title. And then Zydrunas Ilgauskas, he can't get the tip to fall. 13 turnovers by the Cavaliers. That leads to Tony Parker, who's just been ridiculous in the first 2 games. Spurs lead by 10. Later in the first, who taught Brent Barry how to hit shots like this? John, is that you?
Well, he was 1 for 6 on the night, so I'll take credit for that one.
12-0 Spurs run. Their lead is 28-13. Second quarter, LeBron comes back in. Cavs down 32-18. LeBron in transition.
RBI base hit to bring home Brandon Wells. Oregon State wins game 1 by the score of 1-0. Wolverines got a chance again tomorrow. Wolverines and Beavers. It's a fierce one.
Got a little update for you. Rangers and Brewers played deep into the night, but in the top of the 12th with 2 on. Jeff Jenkins bringing the big lumber. A 3-run shot right over the Sonic sign. His 11th of the year.
Sonic.
Big time.
I need a cheese coney right now.
Jenkins taking a 9-6 win. Full highlights coming up on Baseball Tonight in the next Sports Center.
All right. Coming up, what to watch for on Monday night. How about the Mets and their Major League best 19-9 road record in Chavez Ravine taking on the slumping Dodgers?
If you really are what your record says you are, I don't know how that pertains to winning percentage, but if you put a lot of stock in winning percentage, make the San Antonio Spurs the best NBA Finals team in history, and winning percentage of .700, at least for the moment, passes that of the Bulls. Spurs 2 wins away from going 4-0 all time in NBA Finals series. They got to a 2-0 lead over the Cavaliers with a 103-92 victory. You can relive that in just over the time it takes for 3 shot clocks to expire.
For game 2, LeBron James says he'll be more aggressive. If it's on James, that will be his second. Yes, it is.
But if you're Mike Brown, why take LeBron James out of this ball game?
Now down low to Duncan. Duncan turnaround jumper, good in the foul.
Parker spinning away to the basket, banks it in. Tony Parker putting on a show once again.
Finds Barry cutting inside. He finds Elton. Slam dunk. Horry to Barry to Elton.
Nothing seems to be going wrong and everything's going your way.
But it's going to be tough to keep a 25-point lead.
And here come the Cavs. Danielle Marshall from downtown. Gibson fires away, puts it in.
In the fourth quarter, I thought LeBron got away from us.
Gibson to the basket, count it, and 1. James puts it in, and the lead is cut to 10. James on the drive at Duncan, banks it in, and a foul. Ginobili gets hit, puts it in, chance for a 4-point play. The Spurs dominate for 3.5 quarters, just hammering the Cavaliers up by 27 in the fourth period. Cavs made it interesting for a couple of minutes, but San Antonio prevails as this series will shift to Cleveland.
All right, now they came back against Detroit, but you just don't sense the same thing that may happen here.
There's no Tim Duncan.
There is no.
Detroit, it's a little different.
There is no show left here. We are done, at least for an hour.
But there's another one coming back in an hour.
Yeah, to do
Baseball Tonight in between.
All right, well, let's sit and watch that, shall we?
Okay,
we'll be back again in an hour.
It was a living hell. I would not wish this on anybody.
This is SportsCenter.
Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Same outcome, pretty much the same game. How the Spurs did it, how the Cavs might stop it. The world's #1 tennis player taking on his #1 nemesis on the clay. Don't miss a dominating three-peat in Paris. Baseball, the major league leader in uncatchable fly balls, adds his already gaudy home run numbers with not one but 2 more dingers. And how did a one-time NBA champion save a certain Mr. Spock from a certain death? Find out on SportsCenter.
It's out of here! David Wright homers for the 4th consecutive game.
All right, David Wright whacked one. You know him for a while. It looked as if the most gruesome whacking on television Sunday night is going to be that of the Cavaliers. Glad to have you with us on SportsCenter, along with John Anderson. I'm Rece Davis.
Seems plenty of people, though, had an inkling it was going to be the Cavaliers.
True.
Spurs living up to their heavy favorite hype in the first 2 games of the NBA Finals. Stuart Scott has acquired desk space and leads our coverage from San Antonio.
Welcome to San Antonio and SportsCenter's continuing coverage of the NBA Finals. For the 3rd time in 4 trips to the NBA Finals, the Spurs are up 2 games to none after 2. Stuart Scott with you alongside with my partners in passion for basketball, Stephen A. Smith, Michael Wilbon, John Barry. Guys, at the end of 3 quarters, the Spurs led by 27. Tell the truth. What were you thinking at the end of 3?
Is Tony Soprano dead yet?
I was wondering if Eva Longoria had left the building to resume wedding planning.
And I was wondering, is this why I missed the finale of The Sopranos? I was pretty ticked off.
But there was some drama in the 4th quarter of Game 2 from San Antonio. The Spurs trying to go 9-2 all-time in the NBA Finals at home. LeBron trying to rebound from Game 1 early. Tony Parker right through Larry Hughes' legs to Tim Duncan. Timmy was 9 of 16 shooting. Wilbon, how they going to freak Larry Hughes with the okie doke like that?
I mean, Larry Hughes had a rough game. Not only has he not been able to shoot, but defensively he can't move. He's not really Larry Hughes we used to see in the playoffs.
Shortly after, Duncan stripped by LeBron, but a foul on LeBron. 2 fouls the first 2:55 of the game. Bron would sit the rest of the 4th quarter. No LeBron, no worries for San Antonio. 8:30 to go in the first. Cavs down 3. Sasha Pavlovich, bad pass. Michael Finley comes up with the loose rock. Cavs had 12 turnovers. Then Drew Gooden misses down low. Zydrunas Ilgauskas. Z is 4 for 16 the first 2 games. Stephen A. Smith, don't say it. Don't say it.
You know I got to, man. That's ridiculous.
Tony Parker is just flowing. He was 13 of 20, Spurs by 10. Late in the first. Who taught Brent Barry how to shoot like this, John?
Oh, well, he only made 1 on the night, and this is the one I showed him how to do.
Oh, see, that's that brother love right there. 12-zip run by the Spurs. They're up huge. 2nd quarter, LeBron comes back into the game, but he struggled in the 2nd when he came back. In transition, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? How many?
7. We get to 7, we can stop, Stewart.
All right. Later in the 2nd, LeBron inexplicably airmails a free throw.
That's ugly. That's ugly right there.
He did come back later with a thunderous dunk like less than a minute later. Under 6 to go, Tony Parker. Stop it, Tony. Just stop it. Parker, 30 points, 6 career 30-point playoff games. And then Tim Duncan schools Zydrunas Ilgauskas. 23 points, 9 boards. Spurs by 25 at recess. They shot 55% from the field in the first half. Cavaliers shot just under 27%. Spurs out-rebounded the Cavs 30-19. They won the assist category. They were smacking them. LeBron double team, kicks it out to open Danielle Marshall, though, who knocks down a 3. Stephen A., did it surprise you that the Cavs came back?
A little bit, because I didn't expect them. I thought it was done, but Danielle Marshall told me they were going to start making shots eventually. I just didn't think it would be tonight.
And the foul here from LeBron with the putback. This in the 4th quarter. Bron at 25. Cavs within 9 after being down 29. LeBron. This is why he's LeBron James. And 1. Down by 8 after the free throw, but Manu Ginobili, 3. Booyah! And like a double booyah because he got hit. 4-point play, 25 points, 6 boards. Spurs hold on to win Game 2, 103-92. They take a 2-zip lead in the series. LeBron James, 25 points, 7 boards, 6 assists. Not enough as Parker, Duncan, and Ginobili. It's almost like ho-hum right now. Interesting game. Spurs had a huge lead, got sliced, but they are the San Antonio Spurs, and they now lead 2-zip.
they was playing well in the second half, and so I just think we just have to keep playing and being aggressive. And tonight we kept the lead, but we need to play better in the fourth quarter. So I think in the 4 games we played against them, we lost in the fourth quarter.
We can't let them get in a groove and get all the fans excited with LeBron's dunks, big threes. So we gotta be very, very solid. And as I said before, don't give them any transition or fast break.
We handled our business at home, what we were supposed to do. Now we got to go into the enemy's den, go in there and bunker down and try to come in there and just play hard and do what we need to do to try to get as many wins as possible.
We're definitely still confident. It don't matter if you lose by 1 or you lose by 30 with us. You know, a loss is a loss. And we've been down 2-0 before in this situation, so we have to find a way to try to bring the intensity that we did in the fourth quarter tonight and carry it on to Game 3.
San Antonio's big 3, when they score 56 points or more, the Spurs are 11-0 this postseason. 55 points or fewer, 3-4. Got to give you some numbers. The San Antonio Spurs have scored 188 points this first 2 games of the NBA Finals. 188. Of those 188, the big 3, Ginobili, Parker, Tim Duncan, they've scored 145. These guys together have almost beaten the Cavaliers. How can all 3 guys get off each game?
Well, that's the interesting thing about this Spurs. I mean, when you talk about the San Antonio Spurs, it's obviously the big 3, but I don't know that the 3 of them have played this well at the same time their whole careers. They've been sensational, and I want to talk about Tony Parker, who gets this thing started night in, night out with his speed, his intensity. He has been aggressive. Greg Popovich said, I want you to be aggressive and come out and shoot. He's taken 43 shots in 2 games, 27 points in game 1, 30 points tonight. He has been the difference maker. I think he's the MVP of the series thus far. The other 2 guys have played great, but Tony Parker, there hasn't been an answer for him. Larry Hughes can't do it. They tried LeBron James on him in the first quarter tonight. He gets 2 fouls in 3 minutes. No one can guard him. Tony Parker, the table setter for the San Antonio Spurs.
John, I would like to pick a fight with you, but I can't, and I won't. I mean, as great as Tim Duncan is, and he may be the best player in the game now, may be the best player in the game for the last several years, it seems like Tony Parker's aggression helps to break down that Cleveland Cavalier defense in a way that even benefits Tim Duncan. Now we know why Greg Popovich was screaming at Tony Parker in the first time out in game 1, shoot the ball, get the ball up.
So you're saying that Parker's making it easier for Duncan, not vice versa?
That's a great point, Stuart. That's what it seems like Greg Popovich was anticipating, and now it seems true. Even though Duncan has gone 23 points on 9 of 16 shooting in game 2, 9 rebounds and 8 assists, he had a near triple-double. It still seems that Tony Parker is helping to set the table for Tim Duncan. Not that it couldn't be the other way around, but it seems like that so far through 2 games.
Stuart, in other words, what Mike Wilbon is trying to say is that if the NBA Finals ended today and you were picking the MVP, it would be Tony Parker. It wouldn't be Tim Duncan. And for those out there baffled, trying to figure out why it's so complicated, as to why Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker have been so effective, well, let's consider the circumstances. If you're Tim Duncan, you're going against the Jonas Zagorskis, Ferragio, and Drew Gooden. Please, let's move on from that one. You look at Tony Parker, he can get to the hole at will. You know that's a problem. You look at Manu Ginobili, who are you guys going up against? Who are Tony Parker and Manu Ginobili going up against? Larry Hughes is hurt. Daniel Gibson's a rookie. Eric Snow is a veteran beyond his prime, and Damon Jones is a person that's considered not to be an individual interested in playing defense. You add all of that stuff up, and it comes down to it's pretty easy to figure out why Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Tim Duncan have been getting off. That's because the Cleveland Cavaliers are a very formidable team in the East, but the East is a JV league compared to the Western Conference, and we're finding out during these NBA Finals. Plain and simple.
I think I just heard Stephen A. Smith say the East is a JV league.
I said JV league. I've been saying it all year. I hope people hear me now.
And don't forget about big shot Robert Horry. 5 block shots in the game. That ties a postseason career high, but he did it twice in 1995. It's been 12 years since dude had 5 blocks in a postseason game. The Cleveland Cavaliers, serious issues in game 2. Coming up, we'll hear what they had to say about being down so large and making a pretty good comeback in the fourth quarter. Wait till you hear that, but you got to stick with us on SportsCenter.
Straight ahead inside SportsCenter, Alex Rodriguez is starting to warm up again. Wait till you hear what the middle of the Yankee lineup did this afternoon. Albert Pujols also did plenty of yard work. A three-peat at stake at Roland Garros, the world's #1 player taking on the #1 player on clay. and hear from the former Duke men's lacrosse coach what his life has been like since last year's allegations.
Hey, where's the Bud Light?
So that's Polo!
Refreshingly smooth Bud Light. Always worth it.
Pirates and Yankees one day after Roger Clemens' season debut. Yankees see another familiar face, but it's not that one. Tony Pena made a deal with the players that won 4 straight. He would shave the mustache he had since 1987. Yanks already up 1-0 when Hideki Matsui took one to the gap. A-Rod is going to come all the way around and run through Ryan Doman. He's safe at home. A-Rod coming strong, not just yelling, ha! This time lowering his shoulder, making sure he's able to get in safely. Sean Chacon, another familiar face for the Yankees, now pitching for the Pirates. Dismayed, 3-0 Yanks. 4th inning. Yankees now down 6-5, and there's A-Rod establishing contact with the server. 23 for him. Yankees have an 8-5 lead. Asumi Kawada making his major league debut. He was a former teammate of Hideki Matsui in Japan. He is now facing A-Rod, and he is greeted rudely. A-Rod with his 24th. He drove in 5 on the day. To be called out, take a curtain call. They like him now.
Love him.
At least for a while.
Popular Yankee ever.
He's a true Yankee now. Yankees have an 11-6 lead. Bobby Abreu with men on the corners. He had a huge day. 4 for 4, drove in 3. Yankees win it by a count of 13-6. They've won 6 in a row, and those 3, 4, 5 hitters went 8 for 11 with 4 walks in the game. And the rules say that you have to have 9 guys hit, but Abreu and Rodriguez did most of the damage for the Yankees on Sunday. 3 and 4 hitters, more runs, RBIs, and total bases than the entire Pittsburgh lineup.
Mets, Tigers, and fans flocking to this game at Comerica Park. There you see him. I believe that's an ostrich. Top 1, 2 on. David Wright, free swinging. 2 men on. Everybody gets to run home. Wright's 4th consecutive game with a home run. 12th of the year, and the Mets go up 3-0. That's good cushion for Tom Glavine, right? Well, he can't hold on to it. As you see there, more the Birds. Bottom 1, Jose Reyes making some friends. Gary Sheffield, solo shot, making a lot of friends. His 17th homer of the season. Tom Glavine, he's not so happy. Aaron Sheff, 4 for 5 on the day. The whole place looked like an aviary. Look at that. Just tweet, tweet, tweet. A lot of breadcrumbs or something. Tigers down 3-2. Pudge Rodriguez, a laser through the Birds. Carlos Guillen, Boston Polanco. They'll score. Triple for Pudge. Tigers take a 4-3 lead. Glavine allowed 9, tying a career worst. Top 6, Mets down 10-3. Jason Grilli, look at this. He's about to pitch, and there he comes. No, dude.
Randy Johnson was
like,
there.
Yeah, I thought Mark Fidrich was pitching. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong game. I'm getting out of here. Well, finally, next pitch, Grilli, there he is. He's going to wing that thing up there, but Carlos Gomez is going to rope it out of the park. 3-run shy. Everything was flying out of the park. Greg Monroe can't make the grab. Gomez's first career homer. Mets down 10-6. Home half, same score. Look out, Birds. Omar Infante base hit. Look at that. They're running. They're just not running so far away. Finally in the 7th, let's bring in Tim Burdick. That's going to help, right? Or at least somebody that knows how to talk to these people. Ben Johnson strikes out swinging. Look at that. We got our guy. We're good now. Burdick, Carlos Gomez. Back-to-back Ks for Burdick. Tigers win 15-7. Birds certainly enjoy the outing. Sadly, Tippy Hedren not pictured.
Rafael Nadal foils Roger Federer the way Judge Michael Sauer vexes Paris Hilton. Just when Federer has a shot at circumventing Nadal's clay jurisdiction, the Spaniard slaps him back in lockdown. Since the start of 2005, Federer is 4-6 against Nadal and 199-6 against everybody else. In his last 8 Grand Slam tournaments, Federer is unbeaten, 6 titles against everyone not named Nadal, but 1-1 against Rafael. That 1L coming in the French Open. It's the lone Grand Slam trophy missing from Federer's trophy case. They met for the 2nd straight year in the finals at Roland Garros. A lot of energy from Rafael Nadal. He has won 20 straight at the French Open, undefeated, 20-0, and looking for his 3rd consecutive title. Federer, meanwhile, had won 27 consecutive Grand Slam matches. First set, Federer up 3-2. Multiple chances to break Nadal, but had all kinds of errors with his big forehand shot. One goes wide, one into the net, and another one would find the cords as well. Federer had 29 forehand errors and had a backhand one there to boot, and he was 0 for 10 on break point chances in the first set. Still in the first, Nadal with a chance to break at set point. He is a master on the clay. Winner up the line, takes the first set 6-3. Nadal, by the way, converted both of his break chances in the set. Second set, Federer serving up a break 5-4, swinging forehand volley, and then closes one down. He takes the second set 6-4 to even the match. But in the third set, Federer down a break at 3-1, and yet again dumps another forehand into the net. 60 unforced errors in the match. Later in that game, Nadal is on the run. Stretch out with that passing backhand cross-court shot, sliding beautifully and putting it out of Federer's reach. He takes the third 6-3. Fourth set now, tied at 1. Federer thinks he catches Nadal deep, tries the drop shot. That's a tactical error. Flicks the little winner. It's almost impossible to drop with great foot speed, perfect slide. Nadal now serving 5-4 championship point. And Rafael Nadal would join Bjorn Borg by winning his 3rd straight French Open. 6-3, 4-6, 6-3, and 6-4. Nadal was able to save 16 of the 17 break points he faced, and going 10 for 10 in the first set. And Federer's total of unforced errors of 60 that I mentioned, more than doubling that of Nadal. Nadal didn't err very often, and he doesn't at Roland Garros. Now 21-0 in Paris. He joins Borg by winning 3 straight at the French.
Well, the court is a little bit different, so there is a little bit more slow. The ball is not getting a lot of top spin. Here is a little bit more favorable for me, but when I am losing the second set, the match was very close. Anything can happen, but in the end I can start very well the third set, so that's very, very important for my confidence.
All right, so Nadal and Borg both winning 3 straight French Open titles, but what does that mean in context of the larger Grand Slam? Well, Nadal, 13 Grand Slam opportunities, he's won 3, makes him one of the fastest men's players to reach 3 Grand Slam titles. The difference, McEnroe, Connors, both of those guys won at different tournaments, not just at one, as Nadal has done.
Still ahead, Sunday in Arizona. Daisuke Matsuzaka taking on Randy Johnson. Both men doing what they're supposed to do on the mound, but not so much at the plate. Remember when Randy was going to be the world's greatest hitter? And nobody finished Sunday's Nexto Cup race due to foul weather, but that doesn't mean we do not have a winner. Up next, how to drive fast in the rain.
Meet Michael Johnson, the world's fastest man. Michael holds the world 200 and 400-meter records. When he turns off the lights at night, he's in bed before the room gets dark. Still got it. Brian, what's up? Hey, Michael, how are you? Moving this quick can make you hot in a hurry. So what does the world's fastest man call for? Coors Light. Frost Brewed Coors Light. The world's most refreshing beer.
These are from Michael.
Ladies.
Hi, Michael.
There's a time for us to let go. There's a time for holding on. This is the time of my life. This is the time.
Will Tiger, Phil, or one of the world's elite rise to the challenge and win America's championship? The U.S. Open. First round coverage begins Thursday at 10 a.m. on ESPN.
What does it take to earn AMCI's best-in-class certification for combined acceleration and braking? Capability. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months or $2,000 customer cash on a new Tundra. The truck that's changing it all. Now at your Toyota dealer.
United Building Center is where the contractors shop, and so can you. At UBC, you'll find that we don't just sell windows, doors, cabinets, and more. We're also your partner and guide. We can assist you with design, from a simple kitchen to a whole house or building. UBC recommends Anderson Windows and Doors for your next construction project. Come home to Anderson. UBC also stocks the area's highest quality lumber at a fair price. United Building Centers, 1st Avenue in Silvis and North Brady Street in Davenport.
Vroom, vroom. NASCAR Nextel Cup Series at Pocono, and surprise, not bad weather delaying the waving of the green flag. Second straight week. 5th time this season there's been weather problems.